We have Mike in Texas. Pronouns are he, him, and he wants to make an argument from a Mormon philosopher. So welcome, Mike.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
Exhausted.
Yeah, I could imagine. Well, hopefully you get better soon.
I'm doing a little better. So you're going to present an argument from a Mormon philosopher. Are you a Mormon?
Well, I'm an ex-Mormon.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point out to the new God arguments by a Mormon philosopher Lincoln Cannon.
Okay.
And so he argues that it is possible that a godlike beings created our world.
Okay. What's the argument? I mean, that's the topic. What is the argument itself?
Yeah, so the argument pretty much is saying that the universe is either infinite or there's an infinite multiverse. And so all cosmological models show that there's an infinite universe or a multiverse.
All of them do? I would disagree with that statement. Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to go 30 seconds. My apologies. Keep going.
Oh, no, go ahead. Why do you disagree with the statements?
I'm wondering if you're going to present an argument, because this doesn't seem like an argument that you accept and that you're convinced of. And it doesn't seem like you know or understand what the argument is, because you're saying, oh, there's this guy, Lincoln Cannon, and he argues that it's possible that beings created our world. And all we want to know is what's the argument and the evidence to support it.
Well, the laws of probability demands that everything that is possible exists, or happens in infinity. You have things like the Boltzmann brain. So he's pretty much saying
right,
that.
But you had said that all cosmological models have an infinite number of universes, and that is not, as far as I know, true. Some cosmological models do. Some cosmological models don't. So I've got a problem when you say all.
Right, but no cosmological model shows a universe created out of absolutely nothing.
No cosmological models show a universe being created. We don't have an explanation for the origin of the universe. You're confusing a description of an expansion of the universe and an explanation about what we have with what its origin is. Meanwhile, when you say something like the laws of probability suggest that if something is possible, then it's going to happen in an infinite universe. Even if the universe was infinite and a God was possible, that doesn't mean a God exists now, and it doesn't mean that a God existed at the beginning to create the universe. As a matter of fact, if the universe is infinite, then a being could not have created it, because it has always been and always will be. So every single thing that you're trying to put together here, Mike, is a hot mess that doesn't match up. So maybe we should get Lincoln Cannon to call in to present his arguments, because I don't think you're there.
Right. Well, I'm not saying God created the universe, but it is possible that there's a godlike being out there who is creating worlds.
No. You don't just get to, no, sir. You don't just get to claim it's possible there's a godlike being out there creating worlds. How did you determine that it's possible?
Well, as I said, my best arguments are the laws of probability. If we live in an infinite universe, it's going to happen somewhere.
No, sir. I'm sorry, but that's not how probability works. That's not how infinity works. You don't just get to claim X is possible. You have to demonstrate that X is possible, and you haven't done that.
Well, I'm not talking about a God who violates the laws of physics. I'm just talking about a God who creates worlds.
Demonstrate that it is. I don't care. Demonstrate that it is possible for a God who creates worlds to exist.
Well, I mean, some scientists would argue that it is possible.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to be mean to you, Mike. I've tried to give you as much time as I can possibly stand. But when I say demonstrate that it's possible for some God to exist who creates worlds, and you come back with, well, I mean, some scientists think it's possible. That's not an argument, and that's not evidence. You are not bringing your A game. Maybe you should take some time, go off and think about this again, and come back when you formulated an argument that demonstrates that what you claim, which is that X is possible. Because if all you're doing is calling in to say, I think it's possible, and therefore it's probable, and therefore it happened, that's a load of horse shit.
All right, man. I understand.
Cool. Thanks.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's that whole possible versus probable that it's possible that pigs could come flying out of my lily white backside, but it certainly isn't probable. And it isn't probable in any universe in which we could exist, because anyway, it just
It's really strange because a lot of people have this confusion about possibility because they've bought into this notion that anything is possible given enough time, but a square
Right.
circle is not possible. And
Mhm.
epistemically speaking, when we're talking about what can and cannot exist, it's not possible for monkeys to fly out of my butt because monkeys are way bigger than the inside of me, and my butthole is way smaller than a monkey could come out. If something
Exactly.
like a monkey flew out of my butt, we would have to be talking about something else other than the definition of monkey. It's just like I can't have this box. Wow. I can't have this box and claim there's a full-sized elephant in there. It's
Right.
not possible given, given what we know and understand about reality. You'd have to demonstrate why you're saying that there's possible that for that. That's
Yeah.
all we're asking.